It's Thursday, January the 9th. I did not make a video yesterday. I was tired. Um, I was green yesterday, barely. Very choppy action, right? When you get these inside days, it can be very challenging. And you typically get those at their big move or big move up, big move down or big move up, um, right? Comparative to this, we put in a inside day, a low and tight inside day, or just at the bottom of the range inside day. Same here, right? Yeah, we kind of wick past here, up. We wick past prior lows and kind of tap the top of this gap area here and held, um, and push back up and close about $4. So somewhat of a, I guess you say, a hammer candle. Not really. A hammer candle doesn't usually have a wick at the top. From this action right now, I would say we're in a downtrend, but just looking at it, it's pretty much just sideways action, from December. So let's go check out the weekly for right now. On the weekly chart, again, like still trading in this candles range. Uh, can't really break it. So yeah, a little tough, challenging period right now. Let's go check out the monthly. So monthly right now, let me just get this off my screen. For the monthly right now, we got a doji, indecision, flat, coming off of what we did last year. Last year and last month. Where we topped out here around 609, and closed at the bottom of this candle. So that's what we got on SPY. Let's check out the 65 minute real fast. 65 minute, what we got here. I just got a couple of them marked out. So what we did yesterday is we kind of pulled back into last Friday's lows. Kind of undercut it a little bit and kind of held. That's why I really like the 65 minute, because really what you're looking for is where it closes at, right? We could not close below there. I think if we would have closed below one of these candles, like below like 586, then we probably sell down to this next level, 585, and then shit hits the fan. Who knows where it stops at in here, but 580 is really the line in the sand. Again, you can see the higher lows, but right now we got a low, slightly undercut at that low, higher low, got a high. Just got to see how this trend is forming, man. That's why I said you got to be patient. Let's go check out QQQ real fast. QQQ, I believe, also put in an inside day. Well, not really. I mean, kind of undercutted it. Well, yeah, inside day, but I don't know if you want to classify this as inside day, but we did kind of undercut it. We closed within the candle. Again, FMOC range perspective, higher lows, got a higher low. I'm sorry, high, lower high, low, lower low. So like 505 is really like the spot you want to be mindful of right here. And to the upside, if we're gonna break, 527. You want to diddle in the middle, fine. If you want to intraday trade it, fine. I'll probably. I mean, I don't really play Qs. I play SPY, but same story here, for the most part from FMOC. Just not really doing much. Like I said, I think that was gonna be leave a shit stain on the market. That's the 65. Let's go check out the weekly real fast. Weekly. Probably tighten these up. I don't know why these always seem to not be where I want them to be. This is really where it's at, right there. We take these off. So on the weekly, what we got here? Hold on. Probably do that. All right, weekly, same thing for the most part, I would say. Um, I mean, we're still holding the AMA 9 here. Let me see what we're doing on the SPY as well. We're holding the 9, or we're holding 20. Okay, we're underneath the 9, right? We closed here, then we tapped the 20. So I wonder if we close here again, we're next week. Will we tap the 20? But let's go back to SPY. I mean, QQQ real fast. Drinking my coffee. Kids are off from school for Jimmy Carter. So don't be surprised you hear some screaming upstairs. All right, QQQ holding the 9 right now. Putting in a higher low, but I mean, nothing really there. Check out the monthly. Like I said, this is like an inverted hammer candle. Not an inverted, but like a dragonfly doji. You know, for those that follow price action. It really depends on like what happens on this next candle, this monthly candle. But again, you know, from a trend perspective, you know, the 10 and the 9 and the 20. So used to using the 10 and the 20. The 9 and the 20 just, you know, curling up still, and trending up as well. All right, so that takes care of that. Let's go check out some of the other indices. You know, we did talk about, I did say oil and healthcare and solar, I think, on my last video. Was kind of like things I was looking at. I'll go over some losing trades I had yesterday as well. Well, yeah. So, this Dow Jones, literally just, again, higher lows from the sell-off, kind of holding this bottom 420 range. Go look at DJI. I think I just looked at DJI. So let me go look at transportations. Transportations slightly curling up, I think you can say. But a lot of work to be done here. And Bitcoin, yeah, I mean, if you watched the video, I kind of called out, you know, you got a bearish engulfing candle. And the next day we kind of opened here, and now we're starting to, you know, pull back even further. I think, you know, a lot of people are probably hoping that it comes back down to this previous breakout spot, on like 72, right, up into this range. And, you know, the good thing about that range is it kind of sits at these previous highs, and that's like the breakout spot. So what we can do is like, we can kind of just like mark this area off. I think the best way to do it, probably looking at a line chart. How many touches can we get? It's really like right in here. Yeah. Like right into there. Really want to see the bulls, you know, kind of defend this spot right into there. Let me see. Yep. So like right into there, and you got the you know, the 200-day that's rising up. So like, yeah, 72 point, you know, 72.9, 73K. It's kind of like really the area to kind of watch. I don't know why there's no volume on this one. It's interesting. I might gotta take this one off. Let me take that one off. Let me move up my Bitcoins, because I think I have them all under crypto down here. And I need to be mindful where crypto is. Let me move this up. Let me see. Go ahead and move this all the way up here. It's 8 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. I do have to work, but definitely wanted to look at some things before I start my day. And I'll probably hop back on later and do like a more of a complete review list. See what we got out here. I'm just moving this up, and it's taking forever. Jesus Christ.
What should I set it to?
I'm never talking to this thing, but it's always just randomly fucking turning on. Alright, let me just do this instead. Let me go ahead and add symbol BTC, and I'm going to take off that one and just add it right here. Alright, so this is Bitcoin. This is using the Coinbase one, so it's probably should be able to show the volume. Okay, yeah, here's your volume. Alright, so same thing we do is let's turn this into a little line chart real fast. Trend lines white. 'Cause I used to use a white screen, but I kind of went back to the dark side. Let's go high indicators. There we go. All right, and let's just turn this. Let's kind of just mark this spot out. Yeah, and that looks pretty clean. All right, turn back on our indicators. All right, change this to that. All right, so like we see, like we got the 200 sitting right there around 73,000, which lines up with this previous breakout spot as well. So perhaps that's that's what we're waiting on. You see, like 91.2 is really like your line in the sand. We break through here, we probably get a violent sell off, then we drift into the 200. You know, that'll still be curling up as well. So adjust accordingly. All right, so that's that. Let's go check out IWM. IWM hasn't done absolutely nothing, and no, 10 and 20 crossed here, kind of wedge dropped down, and we just been trading. So I don't really see anything here worth looking at. You do have the 50 week. No, coming up potentially around here around 212, which is nearly, I would say, at the top of this. I don't really like this spot. I mean, we kind of struggled here for, about a month or so. But 200 was really like the spot on here. But we kind of undercut 200, kind of held it, popped out to 228. Undercut 200 again, but we kind of tapped the 200 moving average. But yeah, that was a spot. And we can see it as a spot back here in 2022. So let's see if it want to come back down here and potentially hold and then continue higher. Could it bounce anywhere here? For sure, right? I mean, honestly, you could probably like this is from October. Right? We kind of see that level that's been defended. And really, what you're looking for like defense is like where's the wicks at? Like, do we have a bunch of wicks, like bunch of spots that's really touching? So like 217.50 probably so. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, that's the open, pull back, wick, wick. All right, tap, tap, tap. Almost tap for the most part. I probably can capture those a little bit. I like it right there. Yeah. I'll just make it 50, just make it even. Psych number. Yeah, about 217.50 is really the spot to see if this holds. Not, probably drift down, hit this 50 week. I'm gonna move this. I don't think this is clean enough for me. I think the 50 week would be more important. It's kind of around that same spot. And then, like I said, 200 for sure. So let's go ahead and move this and just make it 200. Make this 200. $200 spot, psych spot. So yeah, that's what I see there. Let's check out RSP. Let's see what RSP has been doing. So RSP on the daily real fast. Trading sideways. Yeah, trading sideways. Let me see. Let me tighten this up a little bit. And these are from the October 23 lows. I'll probably delete all of this. Let me just try it over. Let's do this. Let's go look at it on a weekly perspective. Jesus Christ, this thing's vertical. Well, it went vertical. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get crazy moves like this fast, 133. That's an insane move. I mean, nothing comparable to that, right? But then we had that crazy pullback. So we can come back and tap the 200. I mean, I would love that for long-term positions. Just throw some shit away in your Roth, your IRAs, and check back in 10 years. That's what I do. I just throw shit in my Roth and I don't even bother looking at it. Just leave it there. 'Cause you have time at your hand at that point. You're not don't think about trying to trade it. Just think long term. And then you know if it works out and makes a move, take the profits and roll into something else. That's kind of what I did with Palantir. That worked out beautiful. And now I'm out of it, and I got that money just sitting waiting to redeploy. I actually added some, took some, and put it in Uber. All right, yeah, just trading sideways for the most part. Yeah, I don't need to draw no channels on that. All right, let's go over a few trades. So I took this PHM. I think the reason why I took it, like I was looking at sectors. I think I even talked about it. I was looking at sectors, specifically. I think it was home builders. No rates a little high. Felt that was sort of a catalyst. But I hate this stock. I don't think I'm going to trade it again. I think it's on my no trade list. Like it's what the China stocks. Um, I'm putting this in that bucket. I just don't trade it well. So if we go to I want to see XHB, home builders. Same thing. It got a gap here, and that's what I failed to recognize when I looked at the chart on PHM. That it was into a gap. All right, and this is the same thing. It was into a gap. All right, makes a lot of sense that it held here. I felt to put that on my chart. Just sitting here looking at the damn moving averages, and that I think seeing that would have stopped me from um, probably taking that position. Yeah, that would have stopped me from taking that position. So I'll go back to PHM. So PHM, I was thinking that this was a flat bottom breakdown, well below the moving average. The 10 and the 20s. I know some people say, well, do you think it's too far down? Or like this is a big move down, but it's consolidating, right? And if it can break this range, it can lead to, a bigger move down. I think kind of way to look at it is like, some people didn't want to try to short, um, Celsius on the way down, but it's a trend, right? And your job is to kind of join something that's trending. And there was opportunities. This bear flag here from $40. This is all the way down to 25. So like if I just flip this chart, I mean, you're almost telling. It's like I think if you're a trader, I don't see why you can't do both. That's what I've learned. And I think if you can recognize these are opportunities, right? You got to pull back to the 9 here, and it goes higher. It's trending, and you just think of it that way. Stop put too much into it. That's what helps me. So, but PHM, again, I think looking here, seeing that gap, that's definitely not a spot that I want to kind of play unless we get a close below here in a tight close, where though, okay, I can risk this previous candle and aim for 100. So I had the February puts. I kind of took it intraday below that spot, 5-minute ORB, looking for some continuation. My stop was I pretty much put it at previous day highs, but something like I guess what I could have done was just use today's highs. My stock could have easily been today's high, but I did give it a little bit too much room. I lost 20% on those contracts. Yeah, I mean taking a 5-minute setup, there's no reason to use tomorrow highs. I probably should have waited on the 65. Yeah, I should have waited on the 65 minute. Yeah. Oh, there you go, right there, people. Should have waited for a 65-minute look, not a fucking 5-minute. Yeah, 5-minute look doesn't even make any sense to me. Let me see. Even if I put it there, that's where it needed to be, right there at those lows. Yeah, just a bad trade overall, I think, and I'm not afraid to admit that. That's the part of getting better at trading. Yeah, I mean, if you even there's no reason to take a 5 minute RBA on a swing. Trying to swing this. That's stupid. Yeah, because 65 minute candle doesn't even close here. Like if I want you to 65, I'm not even thinking about shorting this. I think you know what? There were so many fucking alerts going off on Wednesday. There were so many alerts going off, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is work. This is triggering. This is triggering." And you know, yeah. HD as well, Home Depot. I stopped out of these in enough time. 'Cause I think I seen like how PHM wasn't really working, and I didn't want to sit into this and think that perhaps this wasn't going to work either. Kind of was really just watching this spot right here, the lows, looking for a break, and it was working. I was able to get one off for about 20%, and then the other one I left at break even, and then I got stopped out. Um, but yeah, that's a little tricky. And this is like I know someone called out like looking at monthly. That's a good point. Like no point of trying to short stocks is still strong on a monthly chart. Um, I guess. But yeah, that's about it there. The best trade I had today, and this is why I say like yesterday, like if you didn't make money yesterday, don't ever like be down on yourself. It was definitely a challenging day on the market. A lot of sideways shit. Um, but this is my best trade. It was this Tesla here. So what I really noticed was that we kind of bounced and held 390. If you've been watching, any of my videos lately, I talk about this 390 spot back here where it sold off from the annual numbers. We retested that. I caught this retest reject up here, and got a nice move down into these lows. I didn't hold for this entire move, but I was satisfied with that trade. And then Friday it kind of presented itself again. I didn't hit this, and then it broke out. I wish I would have been looking at this a little bit more. Cause we can see the volume here, kind of really, really showing its hand as we get into this breakout. Um, right here, we can kind of really see the volume picking up there. And then we kind of went a little higher. I did hit this consolidation reject. It was right around like VWAP as well. Where's my VWAP? Yeah, VWAP was sitting around like above there. I was able to hit that. So I think like here, I mean, I think this is a right now it is in a downtrend. I did want to see how 390 held. It was holding, and then we kind of had this failed breakdown. So I tried to hit this potential bear flag. I tried to hit it here. So sometimes I try to take a anticipatory entry, and I wanted to see if it was going to go. And I just put my stop at the top of the candle's high. So I was risking, about $2, but I felt like we can get down to 390 if it did work. So I had, one contract didn't work. Right, got stopped out this candle, and then once we got this move, I took it again, and this time I bought 3 contracts, but I knew my stop was much tighter, so I was fine with risking what I was potentially going to lose, considering the reward, right? And I dragged this all the way down to 390 and sold, and I'm happy about that. And you can kind of see the volume really picking up here into this breakout. I mean, not the same value you're going to get you got at the morning session, right? But you can see the volume kind of picking up here, right? So I'm looking at the volume, and like, let me close this, see if I can make it a little larger, or let me do this. Right, so I'm looking at this volume here on the 5 minute chart, and I'm seeing this just accelerating. And I'm like, there's no reason to get out. I'm not even thinking about getting out. Right, we're not even breaking candles high. Right, we get here and we start to break this, I just sell. I was like, you know what? I'm taking my profit. Right, premiums are gonna probably spike, and I had the 380s, and those moved from like 220 to about 380 to about that's funny. So like 383 is where I got out at. Now they went about like 430, 450 down here, but again from 230 to 380 on those contracts wasn't mad. But yeah, that kind of saved my day for my loss from PHM. Um, yeah, and now we did nothing for the rest of the day. Just traded sideways. But yeah, that was my best intraday trade. So I'm kind of feeling like this isn't a swingers market right now. Um, I closed my Rich Tech Robotics. Maybe I jump back in if it wants to set up. But no, I've been trying to hold this, and this is I feel like this is a good. I gotta take it off because I wanted to gap down again, and now I gotta watch it. I mean, because this stock has a lot of range. Let's just pull it up real fast. All right, so we go here. I mean, this stock moves 50 cents, um, 55 cents per day. So, from 315 and 50 cents, what we're looking at, you know, easily down to about what? I don't feel like doing the math, people, so don't mind me. But here, 50 cents, right? Easily can break here and close here. And lately, looking at how it's been moving lately, it moved 5% here, 18% here. It could probably easily break below here, and then I don't want to have to wait to the close and see where it breaks out. I mean, where it stops at. Then I kind of gave back the rest of the profit on those runners and held that position for no reason. So I just took my profit from 198. Haley, go upstairs and shut the door, please. Okay, go back upstairs. Daddy's working. Go ask mommy. So I just took my profits from 198, and did what it did. Again, I'm not bad. I sold some into fours. I did not sell any into this 5 and 6 in the morning. I was busy, taking the kids to daycare. No, actually, I was asleep. Yeah, 'cause this was Monday the 6th. Is that this week? Yep, yeah. I did not take any to 6. I don't know what I was doing. I probably should have, honestly. That was during pre-market. It hit like 6. I probably should have fucking sold the rest right there, or at least sold more. 'Cause I sold some at 4, sold some at 290. Um, yeah, 4 and 290 were my two fills, and then I sold the rest here. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm still in this FMCC. This is still acting right. Got some runners. Just letting this work. Daily looks good. I think your boy speaks next week, Bill Ackman. So I'm probably going to move my stop up. I'm going to move my stop up. Probably do it now. I mean, it's not going to trigger, but I don't know if I can even put it in. But definitely move my stop up. We got in back here, right here I got in like 272. I don't even think this wick is real, honestly. 272. It sold some up in here to 330. Right now I'm just holding runners, and I probably move my stop. I gotta figure out where to put my fucking stop at. I know this isn't real. I'll probably put it at 450. No, I don't know, about 425 maybe. This thing's going crazy. I mean, he's about to get on, and if the market is cooperating, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's time to. I'm tripping. I need to mark some levels out. What am I doing? I gotta mark these levels out. All right, so let's mark these levels out. Let's use a log chart real fast. Mark out some levels. Turn on my pivots. All right, so $6 probably definitely a spot. I think that's the spot everyone's gonna probably look to sell into. Probably looking into like 8s. Man, this thing done sold off so much. I'll mark these highs. 873. $11.58. Yeah, probably try to, like, if we start getting to these spots, I'll just start peeling some off. Yeah, I'll probably just start pulling some off. But you see the volume here on the monthly chart and what happened, right? Big spikes in volume. Most volume traded in this November. for quite some time. I mean, it's the most volume since all the way back here, and about 10 years ago. Right, so that's what really puts it on watch, and then you're just watching and waiting for it to set up, and then you got your setup on the weekly, and you had your catalyst with the Bill Ackman tweet. So, and again, this is a $5 stock or so, moving about 50 cents. This moves better than some of your bank stocks, like XLF. Moves 60 cents a day. This right here has a 49 cents move. I would think that's about what 10% or so. I'm not too sure. Don't judge me on my math right now. I'm not trying to do math. I do math all day, so just thinking about it. Is that 10%? Now you got me thinking. But yeah, I mean, that's what I like about there. Anything else? Let me check out some of these other stocks real fast. Somehow weekly, little pullback. Not bad. I think 10 and 20 curling down. And that's another reason why I got out that rich tech robotics. A lot of these like stocks that were previously running up, like your quantum was getting slapped. Some of the EVs were getting slapped. Things that previously ran up were getting slapped down. Like this INOQ was crazy. Jensen came out and said quantum is 10 to 15 years away, and he literally sold this stock down himself. He might have bought puts the day before, or at least told people what he was gonna say, and somebody made a shit ton of money. But yeah, that's just crazy. That was crazy. You can just buy like the 45s were so cheap. They were like 70 cents, right? And now you're $15 in the money. Those are $1,500. Sometimes you just gotta take a stab at some things, man. Just the risk to rewards is worth it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so what was up yesterday? I know healthcare was looking a little interesting, so let me go look at some of my healthcare stocks. I'll probably have to do a bigger watch list later, see what the freaks out here. But let's look at healthcare. Where is healthcare? All right, take a look at XLV. Yeah, like we see, like healthcare was really positive yesterday. And the reason why I'm calling out healthcare, like if we go just look at XLV real fast, um, it's above those FMOC highs or lows, should you say, from the 28th or the 18th, right? We're above that level on here, still holding it. I think it's showing a lot of strength. And like now look at UNH, right? United Healthcare. Considering the strength that it has, and I did say that this could potentially be a bear flag. It's still spots for it to roll over, but shit, this might be the bottom. This might actually be the bottom. Like, look at the volume here. That's that Tuesday. Um, that's a lot of volume. Yeah, that's a lot of volume. A lot of volume came in here. 475. Then you get a kicker candle trade sideways. Yeah, I think this is probably a fucking long. I don't think you look short anymore all the way down here. And now I can see why people say like, after the big move down, you still want to look short on a strong stock. And PHM is still a strong stock. Like when you back out and look at it from like a monthly perspective. Yeah, I can see what people are getting at. And I say I'm the type of person I'm never feel like I'm the type to be too cocky, act like I know everything, or act like I can't take no constructive feedback, and that's only you need that to get better, you know. But yeah, I think shit. This looks like a fucking long now. I don't know. I mean, first of all, I don't use fibs. I don't know why I fucking got it on here. I'm not really a fib guy. I haven't found anyone that successfully used fibs and is profitable. But Long term profitable with fibs. That's all you use. We still got the 200 over tops. Perhaps we pull back, consolidate, break the 200. I mean, it's value perspective. I'm surprised this hasn't come up on my fundamental scanner. Well, that's why I got 78 billion in debt. Just checking some numbers. To trade about 5 times book. This company makes a shit ton of money. Fuck. Should have bought back in. But yeah, healthcare is a little strong. GE Healthcare. Yeah, seeing a little bit of rotation into these healthcare stocks. I wonder how this holds up. You know, that's the thing. You want to see like what's moving and what's not. You know, Eli Lilly. I need to redo this chart. Shit, you can grab a couple shares and probably get this back up to all-time highs. No, I'm thinking too far. Why is Cigna not on here? CI. Okay, it is on here. I guess it didn't really do much. What did Humana do? All right, let me change my. But yeah, healthcare is an interesting play right now. Man, they really do shit. So yeah, I expect Humana to be. I would expect Humana to have been a little stronger, but maybe their fundamentals are not the same. Okay, it's kind of broke out. Trading sideways. Shit, I need to keep this. Yeah, let me put this in my list. Yeah, and I gotta go back and clean up my watch list. BIBB, Biogen, still flagging. I think this is another setup. All right, let me kind of do my thing. Hold on. Let me see. It's not nowhere near there, so I can get about $4 or $5 on this. And look how vertical that move is. Haley, shut the door. Shut the door. Haley, I see you. Shut the door, please. Shut the door. Yeah, shut the door, please. Thank you. Shut the door. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is just a vertical move. Like there's no space here. Yeah. Jesus Christ, it's down so many months in a row. Could trade sideways down here. This is a previous, I guess, breakout spot. Like 444, 144. Interesting. And that's exactly where it bounced at. But it's wicking off the 9 from below. The reward to the upside, to the downside. I think it's something to watch. Fuck, might buy a put in a call. Hey, you might get a big move either way. Keep that on my list. Moderna. I want them to watch these fucking traders out. I want to buy this stock long term. I still want to buy this stock long term. Trading around book. A little bit above book. I really got to do some research on this stock. Like, I really need to dig into their financials. Yeah, watch these traders out so I can get back in. But yeah, healthcare was pretty strong. On VHT was pretty strong, but I mean that's the one I had. But XLV was pretty strong. Go look at XLE. That was another strong sector that I would say was probably positive today or yesterday. 10 and 20 like is about to cross over, trading 3 inside days. It's going higher while the market's going lower, right? Showing strength. I think this is showing relative strength to the market. Someone I follow a lot, they mentioned that what you want to, like, relative strength is like how quickly stocks bounce off their lows. I'm struggling to understand like how that means relative strength. Um, and I guess because like when we say relative strength, I need the relative part is kind of like what are we comparing it to? So we're just comparing it to it bouncing off of its lows, but could that just mean perhaps it's shorts covering? Um, I think more it's about like comparing the performance of that. I think relative strength is comparing the the performance of a particular asset to a benchmark, like SPY, like QQQ, right? Kind of helps identify assets that outperforming versus what assets are underperforming in a particular market. I think this stock's bouncing off of its how quickly, like what how do you gauge how quickly? A 65-minute chart, a daily chart. Um, I don't think that's not. I don't know what you want to call that, but that's not the definition of relative strength. Um, because we don't have nothing to compare it to. We're just comparing it to itself, right? It's just like you're comparing it. Yeah, just that's not a comparison. It's more just well, how quickly did Apple bounce off of its lows? Tells me what that that's an area of interest, perhaps. That's all. I mean, it doesn't tell me that that's relative strength because I'm not comparing it to another benchmark. And I think that's the price. I mean, I think that's what separates it. Like, you want to look at price of stock Apple versus the price of stock Microsoft, right? That ratio kind of gives you relative strength, not not bouncing off the lows. That's just my thoughts. I don't think that's I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe a level of interest, right? Okay, so you're just seeing that. Okay, there's a reaction at that spot off its lows. Maybe I want to be aware of what's going on there, but not necessarily relative strength. Like for example, like this Carvana. Um, I played this back on Friday before, and I thought I was hot shit 'cause I took these contracts from 225 or so, 245 down to four. And I just kind of left this spot on here, and I mean, we see how this has like this was the area I was watching. And again, this is a 5 minute chart, but just hear me out. So I was just watching like these like this sell out, this sell down, just looking at the price action, and I seen how we were just sitting here hovering around the above the VWAP, and once we closed in this candle, I took this down. Then we kind of popped back up into it. Then we sold down for the rest of the day. Next day we gapped up, right? Got into that area, sold back down. And then yesterday I was looking at this, and I said, "Oh man, I'm not sure. I'm not looking to short this or do anything here." But I mean, this if anything I was just thinking it's probably going to bounce because it's done that so many times in this pocket, and that's exactly what it did. It popped this pocket. So, well, it bounced off this pocket. So I mean, like seeing something how it bounces, like oh, how quickly did it get off its lows? This, I mean, maybe it's quickly getting off its lows because there's relative, not relative strength, but it's just a reaction area. An interesting spot on the chart that perhaps traders and liquidity is just finding interest in. But yeah, not too much into that. Um, yeah, I haven't really did a I haven't really did a watch list. I mean, I probably got to clean up my watch list. A lot of these kind of like failed, I would say. Well, not truly failed. Let's go look at them real fast. See how many actually failed. So I know this lemonade had kind of failed a little bit, but maybe this is a little undercut of the 50, but kind of broke the lows, broke that at 37. So that's kind of. I mean, it's not a really a fail. I don't know if it really had set up. Oh, I think the last trend line I had it did set up. Perhaps this is a breakout retest. It hasn't truly failed. Um, I mean, this broke out, and yeah, it's kind of fell in. Check this BE. BE still strong a little bit. No, not bad. Back inside this anchor, holding this anchor VWAP. um, so I was talking to my cousin about this. He's in the energy space, and he said like they got potential. Considering like what they use, I don't know if it's uh, don't get me talking, but like they're able to like use like waste or some shit. No, that's another company. Forgot what he said about them. It said something like oxidide or some shit. I don't know. I'm not a mechanical engineer in that space. So yeah, we had to see these pull back, and that's perfect. They pulled back and they worked off these spots. So let me check these 65 minutes for if these are gonna have any continuation. Yeah, I might grab some shares. Stop below. Stop below 125. Just put a little bit of money here. Put a little bit of money here. No, risking. No, buy 10 shares. All right, risk $40 or so. Right, might get a lay back higher up to 145. Shit. That's what trading is. It's no just as long as your risk to reward makes sense. We made a low. This gotta break this. You gotta break 138. You gotta risk that 135. About $4. Only thing is like the market looks so nasty on the outside. A lot of these definitely faked out. Even as Lucid. Was I looking at Lucid? No, I think it was another one. I don't think Lucid had the cup and balls, did it? It was another stock that had the cup. Oh, yeah, this was the cup. There's your handle. Break out and maybe it holds the 200. So yeah, a lot of bad breakdowns or false breakouts. Yeah. Oh, let me go check on SMH. Yeah, I'll probably go look at some stocks later, but this was good. This was hopeful. Kind of gauge what I see on the market. Yeah. Even Helms. I know people were looking at this. One thing about traders in general, no one shows their fucking losses. This is one thing I realized is like, I don't care how much you make. How much did you lose? We all can make money in the stock market. All about how much can you lose? Can you lose less than you won in the long game? That's what clicks for me. And just understanding that as long as I have a good risk to reward and I keep taking my setups, it works in my favor. Intraday or day trading or swing trading. Yeah. That's the thing. People were trying to get cute and buy this, but market just not participating. I was in this FSLR and I got out. Like I said, I just taking base hits right now and trying to take paper cuts until the market cooperates. Because I did miss I think it was like I caught like the November election, plays and stuff like that, day trading and stuff. Didn't really swing. I probably should have been swinging, but once December got here, man, I think I got chopped up for like 2-3 days. I had a nice little drawdown like one day, probably like 3%, and then the next day I hit about another 3%. And I said, oh fuck, I said I gotta take a break, and I just kind of let December play out like half the month, and I was just watching it. I'm like, and that's when I was having my pause for concerns because I was looking at internals. I'm like, this shit looks weird. Like we're gapping up and we're trading sideways, or internals is just like not really showing you much. And I was like, I can't fuck with this. Then that's when you had all the market divergent shit come out. Probably before that. I'm not gonna make it seem like I was the first one to it, but I'm just saying I noticed some of that action. And I just felt like a lot of a lot of people were just jumping in chasing shit. Like I watched some of the traders I follow not even follow their trading plan, and that can happen. I mean, like we're all human. We're all going to kind of deviate from our plan from time to time, and then you just kind of get back on page. I'm just watching people just take setups that's not really in their playbook and not really in the playbook that we talk about. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's probably a good time for me to chill out, and just kind of sit here and wait. I'm a little mad because the FMOC was probably like that's that trade where if you're able to make that trade, you're probably you're probably good for months. You can see that. I'm kind of mad I missed that one. Um, yeah, I think for right now, yeah, I gotta come back and check. Oh, last thing I'll do real fast, so I'll have to do it next time. I'm probably gonna hop back on later tonight. This is about a 51-minute video before work. Already working, but I had to look at the market. Um, Definitely shows a little reversal, top of a trend. But I mean, shit, gave these little reversals and we had a little pullback. Undercut the 50. So we probably do the same shit here. Undercut the 50, scare people out. Oh, it's crashing. And reverse. And people see these. You gotta think like, if you were, if this is all you had to look at, right? You see that, and then you see that, or you start to see this form. And you're like, oh yeah, this is going down. Oh yeah, this is going down. All right, then you undercut the 50, and then oh shit, it's going back up. It's going back up. Same thing right here. At the top, like you look at this top of this trend right here where it starts. Oh, doji at the top of a trend, lower high. Here's your double top. Just undercut the 50 again. Once, twice, 3 weeks under 50. Oh, was this earnings? Damn. Did all that earnings then recovered and went highs? Then other bad earnings? Very fucking interesting. Market's very, very interesting. Market's very irrational. Market's very, very irrational. Big large sell candle. Probably could tighten this out a little bit. That's the thing with like your trend line. You can always reshape them. Just get your gate on price action. I'm just looking at the Max 7 real fast before I call it a day. And now I look at Coinbase. Just keep an eye on that. As Microsoft said, good luck trading that shit. That's like trading IBM back in the day. Or maybe earlier last year. This is coming into 50, the MA 50, 10 and 20 already crossed. This does like it when you want to pull back. There's no fucking gaps, right? No gaps, right? Check out the weekly. Right here at the 9. Just has some space to fall, alright? Has some space to fall. Keep that in mind. Nvidia sitting right here at this 140 spot. Man, I mean, I talked about this that being a double top short sell, but I mean, it wasn't on my radar to really play it as aggressively. I mean, I got a piece of it, but fuck me, I did not know that was going to do that. I mean, that's the thing. The market just sometimes, it doesn't truly go to your plan. Definitely when it's so noticeable, right? Just making these lower highs. Um, that's the wave it was given. So let's kind of look at it from this way. So let me see. It is still. The fuck is this stock doing? All right. Up 13%. Let's say up 13%. So maybe it's fine. It gives that 13% move and put in a higher low. I don't fucking know. I mean, that weekly now looks a little, if people are short here, man, if we ever get back above 153, trust me, this thing is gonna go. That thing's gonna go. Above here, one tap, two tap, three tap, go. Kind of probably like what happened back in around here, this 50 spot. God damn, Nvidia, you've been fucking strong. This is still a strong stock, people. Yeah, people are still trying to find the top on this. I mean, this was its earnings move. How does earnings powerful? This one is around like 280. And it hit 500 right here. I remember this. I was trying to get filled this fucking day right here. I was trying to get filled on like the 505s. This is a Monday. Look, I was so mad that day. I just want to trade a little sideways more. I'll be even better. Longer, like look how long we traded sideways here. Excuse me. Before making new all-time highs. So that's from July, July, October, right into January, right? Then that's when it had explosive move. This kind of, I would say, starts in, what's the range here? This is from 40 to 49. It's about $10 range. Obviously, it really starts like right here. How it's been trading sideways. So right now, this is from October. Maybe 4 days. Maybe it wants to go out. Let's see what it takes us. What's the next earnings? Let's trade sideways. It's the next earnings probably. Just gonna keep that on here. But alright, people, that's all for me for right now. I will come back later with a watch list. If I even got a watch list. Tomorrow is Friday, so not trying to do something stupid on a Friday. But peace, God bless.